What up, hustler? Happy Sunday. Hope you guys had a good weekend and you're not too dehydrated. I am. I'm dehydrated. I didn't even do anything crazy. It was just like really hot and like was crazy this weekend, and I work tonight. And the thing is that like because I worked late, then I sleep a little bit later in the morning, but I still like to get up kind of early. So then I want extra coffee for longer, and then I don't end up drinking enough water because I just don't ingest enough in general. So that's my fault. Tonight was pretty good. We had a quieter evening, but we still got fairly busy there at the end, which was good. A blessing. Nothing too unmanageable though, so that was kind of perfect. But yeah, we did a really good secret sermon last night, the secret teachings of Jesus. We hadn't done one in a couple of weeks. We picked back up with the Gospel of Philip. So that was actually really good, really interesting. And I felt like there was so much more to talk about. Like we barely even skimmed the surface. Like when I went back and rewatched it, I was like, oh, there's so much more I meant to say. But it was just such a big bite to chew on. So maybe I'll do a follow-up on that next Saturday instead of moving on to a new section. Maybe that's what we'll do. But tonight we're going to get our Oracle forecast for the week from the Oracle of Oddities by Claire Goodchild. Her account on Instagram is called Black and the Moon. That's her company. But she's got the coolest art, the coolest decks. She does like limited printings, and then she announces like when she's going to sell them. So I'm not sure if these are still available or not, but it's like I got all 3 editions when she had them out, and they're my favorite deck. And so I want to share them with you, and that's why we use them every week, because they're part of my weekly spread that I do for myself. So I've been doing a weekly spread for myself for years on Sunday. And I always use the Oracle of Oddities. It's one of my staples. I like to use the Oracle of Oddities and my Kabbalah cards. And this particular deck of Kabbalah cards, it's just called Kabbalah cards. And it's like by Paul Rowland and like maybe Sylvia something. I can't remember, but it's out of print. And I wanted to order another deck because mine was getting kind of like, really worn in. And I also wanted to order one for my best friend. And it's like, it's out of print. You can't find it anywhere. And like why? Just keep making money on it. It's the best. It's such a good deck. But yeah, so let's find out what we can expect for the energy of the coming week. What kind of themes are we going to be working with in our lives? Ooh, I'm liking this already. So far, we got spirit, followed by growth. We had strength and Ace of Pentacles, and this gives me those vibes like the other day. We are moving into this week tapping into a deeper source of strength, a spiritual renewal, a spiritual strength. And even though times are turbulent and uncertain, it's like they're probably just going to get worse. But we can be more at peace within, because once we're certain and we know that like God is in control, and death is an illusion anyway, and everything's an avatar for our growth, it's like, it'll all sort itself out, and you just sort of like live in peace and trust that there's a purpose and that everything can be turned around within an instant, and the divine orchestrator of all that is within everything at every moment. So, we're never going unnoticed. It's just we may not be getting like the assignment. We're not getting the assignment, right? So we're starting off with spirit, spiritual awakening, spiritual expansion. I'm also seeing a lot of themes of duality recently, and so I just did notice this, that I feel like there's like this sacred marriage happening of the marriage of the inner and the outer. Like all the inner work we're doing is starting to make us different people on the outside. We're catching ourselves when we're being critical of others, and we're trying to be aware that our words can affect other people. We're trying to make less selfish decisions. We're trying to be more proactive. We're trying to be more merciful towards others, have more compassion. be caring people who, you know, try to contribute and do our best, right? So we're always trying to expand, but I feel like so in recent times, yeah, there's been this the sacred marriage of the divine masculine and the divine feminine, and it's the inner and the outer. It goes back into the lesson of the Gospel of Philip that we were studying yesterday. It was the inner and the outer, and so we talked a lot about this, but it's continuing that theme. It's like, yeah, keep talking about this next week. But I love that. Yeah, so it's like the two merging into one. So that masculine energy and the feminine energy, we've learned how to balance it within ourselves. And so we're able to use the feminine powers of intuition, creativity, nurturing, creating beauty, being soft, being fertile, growing things, creation, receiving intuition, receiving in general. But we're also able to merge that and balance it with a healthy amount of masculine energy, which is being having willpower, having drive, being a go-getter, you know, being assertive, being able to, you know, handle confronting a situation or being decisive or taking action. You know, it's an active force, it's a giving force, it's a sharing force, right? So it takes the balance of both of those, and we're kind of always in a dance with it our whole life. And we're not talking about gender, sex related as much here, although it is kind of all interrelated, but this is more of a general, like, think about like electrical currents, like positive and negative, masculine and feminine, like, and then a central neutral column has to be in the middle to ground it all, right? Central neutral column, grounding it all together. Yeah, and finding stability and stability in the hips there. It's almost like 4 table legs. It's like the hips are the table legs of the body. Quote me on that, folks. We'll see it on Twitter. And I love that this bat is there. And I feel like the bat, it's like, it's the bat uses its senses to get around. It doesn't see things with its eyes. It has to feel what's there. It has to know what's, you know, to the bat, the physical world in a way might as well be non-physical because the bat can't see it. It's all about energy, reading energy, and having their radar, right? And they're active at night, so they're active. It's like about having an awakening in the unconscious realm of the subconscious coming up, and a rebirth there, and a renewal, and an elevation of consciousness in some regard. But yeah, I think that's really good. I think it's really exciting. So yes, definitely the marriage of these, like, you know, these opposing but compatible forces within that need to be working together in balance all the time. And because of that, things are growing. We're growing on the inside, we're growing as people, but our outer journey, our outer experience is starting to show growth as well. Even though it may feel slow, things are starting to bud. It's like those little baby leaves when you have like those little greens, the little baby greens. It actually looks like knockout roses. But yeah, so very exciting there. All right. Oh, shoots bagoots. Oh my. Well, that just was too much. Harmony and improve. Oh my goodness. So all of this growth and this spiritual expansion is working to improve the harmony and the sense of flow that we are like coming into connection with the universe. Because like if we are one within ourselves in that divine marriage, it's like the two becoming one with on the inside, then it does bring harmony and resonance because we're becoming one with all that is. We're resonating in harmony with oneness. And the oneness of the whole universe, and the oneness of the creator, and the oneness of the presence of divine within all things. So yeah, and we're just like, life is improving, we're growing, we're improving our outlook, we're improving our perspectives, we're improving the way that we see the world. more so in a rose-colored way than maybe we used to, and we're purifying the way that we use our words. We are becoming more aware of what we are saying and how we are saying it, because our words are so powerful that they manifest immediately. Literally tonight, everybody was starving. Things weren't looking good for us. We were like, where are our snacks? Because if they are making like batch things, we make everything fresh every day. So they don't just like throw away the leftover like stuff that's batched. They just put it aside and like we all get to like, you know, eat it at the end of the night. But it only works out if there's like the leftovers of a batch, right? So tonight I was like, you guys, are we gonna wish for our snacks? Are we gonna manifest snacks? And we were like, yeah. We were like, let's name some stuff. And like we ended up getting like some really good snacks plus a little bit of ice cream. So much to be grateful for. Very fun bonus. But yeah, so improve the way that you're speaking, because your words are so powerful that it's the first step in the manifestation it's not the first step of manifestation, but it's the first crystallization of the manifestation in the physical beyond thought. So it's more physical than thought. Thought is more condensed and crystallized than complete abstract excitement over an idea you don't have yet. So a vision is more solid, right? But what's even more physical than that, what's literally physical, is the words that we say, right? That was the first event in the, you know, myth of existence. You know, it was like God spoke, let there be light, and then light came. But the first event was the actual speaking. It separated this from that, you know. It was the first event, it was the first moment of beingness where it wasn't all just one whole That's always fun. Like my t-shirt. Love when I knock the phone off of my stacked up journals on the back of my couch. Improving. So everything's improving, and we're growing, and we're expanding, and we're awakening, and everything is coming into harmony. And that's so exciting, because I mean, I was feeling a little unraveled the last couple of days. Like, I just keep feeling like Eminem in that song, you know, these times are so hard, it's getting even harder trying to feed and water my seed plus, you know. And I'm just like, I feel like I need to rant or something, or just weep. I need a bath. I need a long walk in the woods. But yeah, it's been a fun weekend. I am looking forward to my days off coming up in the middle of the week. I'm about to work tomorrow night, and then I'm off for a few days. All right, y'all. I am going to heat up some smothered Cajun cabbage with smoked beef sausage over jasmine rice. It's one of my favorites. I'm gonna watch Stranger Things. The episodes are so long that I feel like my whole life is like going by, and I'm like, oh, this has been like 7 hours, and it's gotten way too late. And that's another reason I'm so tired, because I've been staying up too late watching Stranger Things, aka crack. This is like the time that I started binging Downton Abbey, and like me and my ex-boyfriend were just so into it. And it was like our whole lives were falling apart, because we were staying up late till like 2 in the morning, 2 and 3, just like obsessed. And if you've never seen Downton Abbey, it's a must watch. It's like you start off in the first episode, and for 20 minutes you're like, I can't hear them. Did they say something? It's like so subtle. You're like, is anything happening? Like I don't understand. And then like 25 minutes in, you're like, he dropped the silver. He dropped the silver. And then you're hooked. And then it's just agony from there. Agony and obsession. All right, you guys. Speaking of agony and obsession, I'm tired and I want to watch Stranger Things. And I remembered to put my garbage out tonight, and I have to water the plants. And I have to export this video and edit it and upload it to YouTube and write the description. All right, Ians, stay good, be good, but not too good. Ciao.